You guys had a great conversation on your podcast about that. And I wanted to talk to you about just that in general and how you've managed and maintained working with everybody from Jon Stewart to Bernie Mac to Eddie Murphy. It doesn't matter. You work with everybody. And what role does blackness or culture play in that? And what does it play in the show?
So 2 points. So code switching is something we all do in different ways. Black people, we have our own kind of way. We've always done it where it's kind of a cultural code switch. Sometimes it appears in language and that type of stuff. But we all code switch. We code switch when we're around the guys, as opposed to talking in mixed situations, or work is a code switch from personal, So we're all used to code switching in different situations, But the Black experience on this as a way to be on a show is very unique because when I started in the business, mostly everybody was white, on shows, and I'd be the one Black guy, that sort of thing.
Acts of life.
Yeah. Well, that was different. I was kind of appearing as an actor in that, but yeah, there was nobody Black working on that show. There's nobody Black on the writing staff. Nobody.
Right. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And as a writer, when I was coming up, the way that Hollywood worked is if you were Black, you could only work on Black shows, shows that had Black casts and that. But if you were white, you could work on any show. You could, in fact, if you were white, we wanted you to run that Black show. But if you were Black, you couldn't run that white show. You couldn't even be a staff writer. And I'm like, well, this is fucked up. How can, if anything, we're more familiar with the white culture than the white culture is familiar with the Black culture.
Right.
Like, how are they masterful all of a sudden in telling my specific story, but I have no insight to this specific story? I mean, it's crazy, And so I was on a mission to change some of that, and to, open up opportunities for, Black writers and, all writers really, to be part of what I call controlling the narrative. Who gets to control the narrative? Who gets to be at the switch of saying how this story is being told? What's the point of view? What's the gaze here? Is it a white gaze? Is it a Black gaze? What's the gaze in this particular story? And so having Black people in many important positions, whether it's director of photography, line producer, executive producer, head of the network, showrunner, writer's room, all these things, really, the interpretation of things goes away. And there's just a shorthand to things. You don't have to interpret everything and explain everything.